Dadan, please, with Jesus' joy and with godly joy, I welcome you. Please, you take it up from me, sir. Over to you.
Okay. My boss, Dr. Michael Demento, thank you for this privilege once again to come to your noble platform and share the little I've also gathered and learned in this blockchain space with your wonderful people. I don't take it for granted at all. People, I say thank you for allowing me this privilege to share whatever I know. Yes, like the mentor said, none of us work with this company. In fact, Bitness is not even a company in the first place. There is no company here. It's actually a community-based project where we are all parts or we are all users. There's no CEO, there's no admin. Everything is run by the smart contract. And I'm sure by now we have a little idea of what a smart contract is and so on and so forth. So what we are going to talk about is Bitness. Bitness is simply, because of our time, I want to be very fast. Bitness is simply like a bank, or what we will say your bank on the blockchain, running decentralized financial services, just like our traditional banks have been doing in Nigeria and all over Africa. We have Access Bank, EcoBank, UBA, whatever bank you have in your country doing normal banking services. The same thing is what Bitness is offering, but in a decentralized financial manner. So the normal banking things like savings, Bitness is doing savings. Normal banking things like fixed deposit, Bitness is doing fixed deposit. And we will see all about that. I'll share screen. Normal banking things like lending and borrowing, Bitness is also doing. So when you enter your bank, we have people who are just coming to save their money and go home. The same way Bitness is doing that. The same way when you enter the bank, there are people who go in to take loans. And we will show you how those who want to borrow from the bank have access to do it on Bitness. The same way when you enter your bank, we have people who are also coming to buy financial products or coming to invest their monies like fixed deposits. We will show you how those in Bitness are also doing it. Now in Bitness, the fixed deposit here is what we call the Bitness loop. The Bitness loop. All right. So those who come in to do the Bitness loop are technically those going to banks to do fixed deposits, where you have money sitting down and you have no use for it. You go to your bank, you tell your bank, oh, bank, I have money, I have no immediate use for it. I want to put it in for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year. And the bank agrees a percentage with you. And at the end of the duration, you get your money back with the percentage. Exactly that's what we are doing with the Bitness loop. So we give our money to the system, and the system keeps our money for a particular duration. So I'm going to share my screen, and then we will see briefly about the Bitness loop. Then we will talk about the smart contract. Then we'll talk about the borrowing, just a little bit about Bitness, and then we call it a day. So permit me to share my screen. Okay. I'm trying to share my screen. Okay, share screen. I'm using my different Zoom link. So please, a minute, please.
It's all right.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you understand that what we want to do this night is quite simple. Leader Dan, you're back on. We can see you, please. We can see your screen.
So yes, so this is my screen. This is the Bitness loop. So we have 4 main durations here. We have 1 day, 7 days, 14 days, and 28 days. So for Bitness loop, the longest duration you can keep your money in the system is 28 days, and the shortest is a day. So for 1 day, you get 0.4% of your money as profit. So let's say I have $1,000 and I put it in for just 1 day, I'll have 0.4% of my 1,000 as profit. So at the end of 1 day, that's 24 hours, my capital of 1,000 will return with 0.4% as profit. If I use $10,000, I'll get $40. If I use $1,000, I'll get $4. If I want to go for 7 days, it is 4%. So my $1,000 will give me $40. My 10,000 will give me $400. If I want to go for 14 days, it's 9.5. $1,000 will give me $95. $10,000 will give me $950. And if I want to go for 28 days, which is the maximum duration here, it is 24%. The good thing here is that for Bitness, you don't have to request for withdrawal. The smart contract retains your capital and the profit at the end of the duration. Everything is run automatically by the smart contract. So you ask your question, so what are they doing with the money to earn this profit for us? Bitness is doing banking services. Just as you go to your bank and you give your money to your bank for fixed deposit, the bank will not let the money sit down idle in their vault. They are going to trade with your money. And one of the tradings they do with the money you give them is to lend it out to business people who are also going to borrow from the bank at an interest rate and pay back per the duration agreed. And then the bank makes some money and then also gives you interest on the money you give them. So Bitness is doing exactly that. When we put our money in the system, they give out the monies as loans to high frequency traders who are also doing looping. Looping is, we will look at what looping is. It's another form of investment done by traders and institutions on the blockchain. All right, so Bitness partners with PancakeSwap. PancakeSwap is a decentralized exchange. It's a platform. In a layman's term, it's like a market where people go to buy coins, swap coins, bridge coins, make money. In fact, I was reading something about PancakeSwap, and I understand that every day they make about $20 million as revenue from the transaction that takes place on their platform. So that is a huge platform, and it's owned by Binance. So PancakeSwap is a platform where people go to trade. And so Bitness, knowing that this is a marketplace, partnered with them. Now, every bank, if you go to your markets, if you go to your malls, you will see that the malls, they have banks within them. The marketplaces, they have banks. Why are banks looking to site their offices within malls and market squares? Because that is where people come to buy and sell. So where people buy and sell is an advantageous position to site a bank. So Bitness, knowing people go to PancakeSwap to trade a lot, contacted PancakeSwap, and then PancakeSwap gave them one of their pools to keep the funds. So our funds in Bitness go straight to PancakeSwap pool, and I'll show you all that. So a pool is like, in a layman's term or in the normal traditional finance term, it's like a vault. So our funds enter into PancakeSwap vaults or pool, and from there, it is made available to those who want to do the looping and so on and so forth. So Bitness is simply running a banking services. And then, so there are two main flagship banking products or flagship products. We have the Bitness Savings, and then we have the Bitness Loop. I'll share my screen. So this is my Bitness account. So when you come here, you see that if I want to borrow, so this is my Bitness. So this is the bank. I've entered the bank. If I want to borrow, I will come here. So I'll come to the lease. So let's say I want to borrow $100,000. The minimum anyone can borrow in Bitness is $100,000. So let's say I come here. So I want to borrow $100,000. So $100,000. Now to borrow, I must have collateral, because I can't just go to any bank and say, bank, I want to borrow money, and the bank will clap for me and give me the money. No, I would have to have security for the money I am borrowing. It is the same thing that happens here. If you want to borrow, you have to put in some collateral. And in Bitness, they take either BTC or Ethereum. Now, those who are borrowing, they are those who are doing the looping. They are borrowing to loop. So you ask yourself, what is this looping? Okay, so let's learn. This is the Mentors platform, is a platform we learn. So let me just type something. What is looping in decentralized finance? So looping in decentralized finance. So let's find what looping actually means. Okay, so looping, also folding, also called looping, is a DeFi strategy where an investor repeatedly borrows against their collateral converts the borrowed assets and redeposits them as additional collateral. So let's see, let's read more from Hacker News. So we want to see the idea of this looping thing. What is Bitness doing? Okay, so in the early stages of DeFi ecosystem, peer-to-peer lending, and let's come down to actually looping explain. So the idea of lending and borrowing has existed for a very long time in simple sentence. So I just want us to come here. So to understand what looping is. So in a simple sense, looping is supplying an asset and borrowing against that asset. All right. So those who are doing the looping here, they have an asset, either BTC or Ethereum, and then they borrow against that and they use it for the looping. So those who want to do the looping, they come here. They come to borrow. So before you can borrow, the minimum you can borrow here is $100,000. You need to have collateral in place. So let's say I want to borrow $100,000. Now I need to have either BTC or Ethereum. So for $100,000 for 1 day, this is the amount of BTC I must have, 1.4261. And so that is the security the Bitness platform is taking, because the lenders, those who are putting in their funds must be protected. So those who are also borrowing, they must have collateral in place. And they are borrowing to loop. So they must have collateral in place. So if I want to borrow $100,000 for 1 day from Bitness, I need to have 1.4261 BTC. As soon as I have that, I click on list now. The system will give me. I am pledging my 1.4261 for the 100,000, and it will lend it to this wallet. So I am supposed to it will put it in the wallet I have linked to my Bitness account. So this same Bitness platform is serving as a bank. The same bank where people go to make savings is the same bank people go to borrow money, is the same bank people go to make fixed deposits. So I have come here to borrow money. So if I want to borrow for 1 day, I must have BTC of 1.4261. If I don't have BTC and I have Ethereum, I'll click on ETH. So I click on Ethereum. So I must have 75.8632 Ethereum for the 1 day borrowing of 100,000 USDT. Okay, maybe I want to do it for 7 days. No problem. 7 days. I must have 79.4758 Ethereum. If I don't have Ethereum and I have BTC, I must have 1.494 BTC. If I want to borrow for 14 days, then it changes. The BTC must be 1.7657. If it is Ethereum, it is 93. And if I want to borrow for 28 days, the BTC must be 2.0373. So we all know the current price of BTC now is, I think, 117,000. Before I jumped on the call, it was 117,000. So 117,000 and 2 of it for this. So you can see that the loans are well secured. If I have that in my wallet, I click on list now and it takes me to the next page. So this is for those who want to borrow on Bitness. All right. Now, what about those who want to do the savings? If you want to do savings, you come here. So this is savings. So I want to save. I don't want to borrow. I don't want to do the loop. The Bitness loop is like the fixed deposit. So if I want to do the savings, I click on the saving. Then I have some $74 here. So I just put my amount here, 74. You put your 74. This is the address. Then you confirm deposit. It will take you to your wallet. You see it is taking me to my wallet. Then I click on confirm. Then I have to put in my fingerprint. Then I can save my money in Bitness. So Bitness, I'm canceling. This is just for demonstration. So Bitness is doing normal thing. If I have saved and I want to withdraw, for the savings, you can withdraw it anytime. It gives you a profit of 0.4 every day. Every day, it gives you 0.4. So if you want to withdraw, you click on the withdraw. This is my wallet connected to it. The amount that I've put in the savings, I click max, I confirm withdrawal, and my money is out. Now, those who want to do the loop, it is like the fixed deposit. They also come here. They come to the Bitness loop and they click here. So I have $74.84 in my wallet. So I want to do the looping or the fixed deposit for 1 day. So let's say I put or the 74. For 1 day, I'll get 75.1473. Remember, it is 0.4%. If I want to do it for 7 days, it is 77. This $74 is going to give me 77. If I want to do it for 14 days, this $74 is going to give me 81 point this. And if I want to go for the full 28 days, it is going to give me 92. That is 24% of this. So this same business, people are borrowing, people are saving, and people are looping or doing the fixed deposit for a duration. Once the duration is up, my capital will return with the profits. For example, I've done a looping here. So you see, I've looped $1,300 for 28 days. I've already done 2 days. And at the end, I'm going to get 1,612. So you see the timer is counting down. 37 seconds, 36. Immediately, it gets to 000. Everything gets to 000. It means my duration is complete. The smart contract will return to my wallet 1,612 automatically without me having to click a button. And this is for those who are doing the business loop, which is more like the fixed deposit in traditional or centralized finance. Those doing the savings tool, I've shown you where they go. And those doing the borrowing tool, I've shown you how it is done. Now, everything here is run automatically by a smart contract. So our aim here is to check the veracity or the authenticity of this smart contract. It is this smart contract that is paying everybody, paying compensation, paying commission, paying when your time is up. It is this same smart contract that returns the funds automatically to your wallet. So let's see the authenticity of this smart contract. So I come here. Now, the business loop smart contract. So this is the smart contract. So I copy it. Now, I am going to run an audit on this smart contract to see how solid or reliable it is. Thankfully, we are living in an era where everything you want to find is possible to find. So there are so many scanners I use, but my favorite is DE.FI scanner. So the DE.FI scanner is a very solid scanner because the team behind it, they are top-notch and they are big partners. So you see, say scan any smart contract, token, or NFT. Find out about threats and vulnerabilities with our in-depth analysis before you invest. Now, before I go and audit this smart contract, let's see this scanner I'm using. Is this any small scanner or they are reliable? So let's check a little about this DE.FI scanner. So let's see about this company. I am going to use their scanner to scan my smart contract. Now, let me go down a little. It said they provide unified data for most DeFi. This thing, let's look at them. They work on, this is a little about the company, a little about them to see whether they are reliable. It says our investors, DE.FI is backed by a range of leading venture capitalists. So look at those they are working in partnership with. So you see, it is not, these are our angels, those who invested in them, Justin Lee, Coinbase, John Izagai from Binance, and all that. These are the team behind it, exchanges that have invested in them, Huobi, Mexi. All right, so you can see that DE.FI is not, look at the people who have given testimonials about this. A former Binance chain director, John Izagai, Hamza Khan, head of DeFi at Polygon Labs. So this platform I'm going to use to scan, this is just a brief about it, that it is a well-structured audit firm. All right. So these are their partners and everything about it. Now, let me just go back to do my scanning. So this is just to let you know that it is not a 2x4, as we say in Ghana, scanner. This is a company that has built reputation over the years. They have no affiliation with business. They don't know business. They are one of the top industry players. And I've shown you the people they are affiliated with, the people, the team behind it. All right. And the company supporting this. In fact, they even have their own token. So it is not a small company. If they audit your platform and they say you are A, you are A. If they say you are B, you are B, because they have built a reputation over the years. So when I got the business smart contract address, I said, okay, let me check it out. with this tool I have been using, because with this tool, it doesn't lie. It doesn't give me any fake results, just because it is one of the leading industry players. And I've just shown you a little bit about it. So I pasted my smart contract address here. Remember where I copied it here. So this is where I copied the address, Bitness smart contract. So I copied the address here, and then I come here. I come and paste it here. Let's see what it's going to tell me about this smart contract that is running the whole of the Bitness program. So immediately I pasted it here. The name popped up, Bitness. Good. So you can see that it is loading. Let's give it a few seconds to load. All right. I hope I'm not talking to myself. The mentor, please just give me a voice note to know.
No, we are with you.
All right.
With you.
So immediately I posted it here. You can see that it has given me a score. Now the safety score is 99/100. So the score provides an indication of how safe. So if you are between 90 to 100, they didn't see any big risk. Okay, so this one, it is even 99. But the total score they gave is 97. Remember, this is not a small scanner or an audit firm. DE.FI is one of the biggest. All right, so if they say you are 97, then it means you are really doing well. Now, let's see the contract information. They said the smart contract was deployed on Saturday, 18th May 2024. It's been here for 1 year, 2 months, 11 days. All right, let's go down and see reasons why they gave it this score of 97%. Now, the first reason they say here is that there are no vulnerable withdrawal functions. Okay, most smart contracts have vulnerable withdrawal functions. Before you see, other coins you have in your wallet will begin to be drained or will be getting lost. You wouldn't understand. It is a smart contract that is playing that trick on you. Then we have no re-entrancy risk found. Re-entrancy risk, most smart contracts interact with other smart contracts in their duties or in their jobs. Now, by interacting with other smart contracts, if a smart contract has a re-entrancy risk, it means the other smart contracts it is interacting with, they are likely to pass through that smart contract attached to your wallet, enter your wallet, and begin to drain your wallet of funds. Thankfully, this Bitness smart contract has no such risk. So it makes it very, very solid. Many a time you tell people about smart contract projects, say, I connected my Trust wallet to a smart contract. They said they were doing mining of this coin before I realized my Ethereum, my BNB, my Solana, my XRP in my Trust wallet were all gone. Yes, that smart contract had a re-entrancy risk. Bitness smart contract has nothing of that sort. Okay. Then we have no locks detected. Okay, verified source code, very good. Now, this is where I like so much. It says contracts cannot be upgraded. If a contract cannot be upgraded, it is a very good indicator. That means the smart contract cannot be changed. It is fixed. And this is the core logic smart contract of Bitness. Now, let's come down to another important thing. It says no functionality can be paused by the contract owner. Most smart contracts today, they are doing this. Tomorrow you wake up, they say they have paused withdrawal, they have paused deposits, they have paused this. For this one, no functionality can be paused. Then no vulnerable ownership functions found, no retrievable ownership found. That means the owners have completely renounced their ownership and it cannot be retrieved. All right, when you come down here, all these things are positive indicators. It says the smart contract is intact, not self-destructed, ensuring continuity and functionality. Good. But to be very safe, we didn't rely on only one scanner. There are a lot of reliable scanners on the market. So we chose another scanner which has also good reputation. It's called Solidity Scan. So let's use another scanner to test this same smart contract and see what it tells us. So Solidity Scan is here. It is also a very reliable smart contract audit scan. So this is an advanced smart contract scanning tool designed to uncover vulnerabilities and all. You can read a lot about Solidity Scan. They are also big in the industry like DE.FI. But for Solidity, you can't just post the address here like that. You have to go through some small work. The small work is that first you must come here and say, run a quick scan. So we want to run a quick scan, but you must select the blockchain that the smart contract is working on. Now, Bitness, we said they partnered with PancakeSwap, and PancakeSwap is owned by Binance. So if you are working with PancakeSwap, then it means you are on the Binance chain. So BSC chain, so or the Binance chain. All right, so let me go up to where the Binance. Okay, so this is Binance. I select Binance. They're on the Binance chain, and of course, they're on the mainnet. So now I can paste the address here. Let me paste the address here. Oh, sorry. Let me copy it again. I don't know why. Okay, and paste the address here. My phone is, please hold a minute. I don't know why. Good. Now it has responded. So now let me start the scan. So this is a completely different scanner from the first one here. The first one is DE.FI. This is a different scanner. And it gave it a 97% score. Now let's see what this scanner is also going to see. This scanner is also saying, well, your security score is average 79. All right. And they found 27 vulnerabilities. Okay. But they said in all, the threat analysis, the threat score was 97 over 100. 97 over 100 is the same as 97%. Just different terminologies or different wordings. So this is 97%, and this is also 97 over 100. All right. Now they said your smart contract has been assessed and assigned a low risk threat score. The score indicates the likelihood of risk associated with the contract code. All right. So now let's see why this one, which is completely independent of the first one, also gave it a low risk score of 97 over 100. Now, their first reason is that the source code is verified. Good. This is also something you always look out for in a smart contract. Does it have a verified source code? This is because, let's see why you need it. It says the contract source code is verified. Source code verification provides transparency for users interacting with smart contracts. Block explorers validate the compile code. So source code verification is a good thing. Do we have the first one mentioning that in here? Good. It says the verified source code found. Okay, that's a plus. Then it says presence of minting function, that's good. Presence of main function, good. Now it says Solidity Pragma version. That was some X here, a red flag here. But he said even that is a low risk, so we shouldn't lose our head over that. Now let's come to this one. Proxy-based upgradable contract. He said this is not an upgradable contract. Having upgradable contracts or proxy patterns allows owners to make changes to the contract function. So this is not an upgradable contract. Good. Now, did other one say the same thing? He says, good. Contracts cannot be upgraded. So they are all the same thing. This is not an upgradable contract, and contract cannot be upgraded are the same thing. The benefit of having a contract that is not upgradable is because having upgradable contracts allows owners to make changes to the contract function, token circulation, and distribution. It says, then we have owners cannot blacklist tokens and so on. Now, let's go to this one, possible contract. This is not a possible contract. If a contract is possible, it allows privileged users or owners to halt the execution of certain function. Right. Did the other scanner say the same thing about the contract being possible? I think it is here. It says, no functionality can be paused by the contract owner. So you can see that when you come down, they are virtually saying the same thing about says renounced ownership. The administrator has renounced their ownership. Renounced ownership shows that the contract is truly decentralized, and once deployed, it can't be manipulated by the administrators. Now, this other scanner say the same thing about it. It says, no retrievable ownership found. They have renounced it completely. It cannot be retrieved. So you can see that two different top class scanners or audit firms saying the same thing about the smart contract that is running Bitness. It gives you some respite that this one is completely solid. But that is not enough. You still have to look and see and do more research. So we use the mother of all scanners. It's called CETIC. CETIC is their boss. CETIC.com is the creme de la creme of all the scanners. It's the big boss of all scanners. All right, so CETIC is the best, is the number one. It says CETIC is the largest blockchain security auditor. CETIC is the largest blockchain security auditor and provides trusted by industry leaders worldwide, Binance, OKX, all those that we know. The big boys are all, they all trust CETIC, just like the DE.FI I showed you. But CETIC is their mother. All right, now CETIC doesn't only audit your smart contract, they audit the entire ecosystem. And when you submit your work to CETIC, they audit the entire ecosystem. And every week, they have their audit scanning your work every week to see if there are still threats or vulnerabilities. Now, after that, they post their findings on what they call their Skynet rating. So they have a scoreboard where all the platforms that they have audited, they do a weekly appraisal. And then based on your performance, you are put on a scoreboard. So you are given a number 1, number 2, number 3. So if you are doing something bad, CETIC will take you off their scoreboard and they will even issue a disclaimer. Once your name is on their scoreboard, it means you are still in good standing and you are operating on with the standard operational methods. So let's see whether our business is here. But before that, let's see whether we have some of the big boys here who are also there. Oh, Binance. Okay, Binance is here. Once you type in the name and you can find it there, it means it is doing well. It is on the scoreboard. This is OKX. OKX is number 66, according to CETIC's rating. Okay, Bybit. Let's see Bybit. Okay, Bybit is also here. Bybit is also on the same level with OKX. Now let me go to our Bitness. Bitness. The reason we are here. Okay. So Bitness has come here. Now once we have our Bitness here, okay, it's good. Now you see they audit the entire ecosystem. So for Bitness, you see that is here. Let me click here. All right. So the code security is 87. You see, we have nothing for markets, nothing for governance, operational, community, and they have scores here. And I'm going to explain. Now, I told you that CETIC audits the entire ecosystem. So for Bitness, they are yet to launch their coin. It's called Melion Coin. It is yet to be launched. Because there is no coin yet on the market, for the place of market, we have a Dash. And the place of markets, because you don't have any coin, you don't have a governance around the coin. So that one too, there is Dash. But for the operations is 69, the community is 77.1. CETIC even audits your interaction with your community, your social media interaction. How crypto is all about community. Even coins which have no use case, like what we call the meme coins, it's because they have community. The community creates a buzz or euphoria around the coin, and these coins begin to have value. You know, a lot of them call them meme coins, or how we want to call meme coin. They don't have any use case, but they have a community creating a buzz around it. And it is very critical in crypto. The size of your community determines how valuable your coin will be. All right. So Bitness has a vibrant community, and it is audited by CETIC. Let's look at the community. Now they have two main social media platforms. One is Twitter, and the other one is Telegram. So you see, CETIC even rates your Twitter following, your Twitter activity, then they'll come to your Telegram activity and all that. That shows you what CETIC does. So if you are still on the CETIC scoreboard rating, then you are doing well. Bitness is number 530 per the rating. Initially, when we started Bitness, they were 900 and something, but now they have gone up to 530. That means Bitness is doing well. Yes, of course, it cannot be at the top there with the Binances and co. These are acclaimed projects, but Bitness, from moving from 900 and something to 530, has done so well. And then the code security, initially it used to be 76, now it's 87. So that means they are still doing very, very well. And then the category score, you see, we have poor, we have this, we have relatively good, and the best one is very good. That's the green. Look at where the arrow is. The arrow is on the next to the very deep green. That means that one is when you score 100 over 100 or 90 plus. So that means the security of their code is very, very good. All right. So that is for the mother of all the auditors, called CETIC. Now let us do our own also research and see how the funds, activities, of the smart contract on the block explorer itself. We know it is on the Binance chain. So let's go to the BSC scan. And then let's look out ourselves. So this is the BSC scan. This is the block explorer, the blockchain explorer. So we are going to paste the address here, the smart contract address here, and see. Please bear with me. This is my other phone. The one I normally use have a low battery, and I'm put it on chat. Okay, it's come. All right, so now let's see. It's going to take some few seconds to scan and give us a report on the smart contracts. Just a few seconds. It's loading, just a few seconds. It's going to open the whole BSC scan. It's going to give us information on the address. And then, I don't know why this is delayed. So, okay, good, it's done. Now, so this is the smart contract on the BSC scan. This one, we are doing our own private research here. Now, when you come here at the top, you see it is contracts. Good. Now it says token holding. So it doesn't hold any token. It is just, my friend, one of my friends, he said, it is just a courier. It's just moving funds from here to there. It doesn't keep anybody's money. That is a good thing. Now, when you come here, it says it has been working from 1 year, 73 days. It was deployed 1 year, 73 days. Is that true? Okay, this one says, this scanner says that the smart contract has been deployed from Saturday, 18th May, 2024, 1 year, 2 months, 11 days, Saturday, 18th May, 2024. And the BSC scan, which is the blockchain proper, which cannot be changed. Everything here is fixed and it's immutable. It says 1 year, 73 days ago. Okay, let's click on the 1 year, 73 days ago and see if it will give us the exact date like this one has given. This scanner has given us Saturday, 18th May, 2024. Let's see whether when we click here to give us the same. So we click on the 1 year, 73 days. And now when you scroll down, look, it has given you timestamp 438 days ago. It is May 18th, 2024, 11:21:34 a.m. Universal Time. So this one is giving you the exact time the creators of the smart contract deployed it on the blockchain. But it has confirmed the May 18, 2024, which this one also said Saturday, 18th May, 2024. So you see, you cannot tell any lie on the blockchain, but it has even given the exact time, 11:21:34 a.m. Universal Time, which is the same as GMT. All right, so now we have confirmed the time that this smart contract has been running for the past 1 year, whatever days, 1 year, 2 months, 11 days. We have confirmed the time. And without fail, it has been paying regularly for the past year, 1 year, 2 months, 11 days. Now let's see the activities. If you come here, the token transfers, the activities. The smart contract is doing only two things. The method, that's the activity. It's only doing loop, transfer, loop, transfer, loop. These things are, you cannot fake this. Now everything here is blockchain. You can't enter here and write whatever you like here. If you are not doing looping, then you come and write looping. You can no. So loop, transfer, loop, and look at the time, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 39. So the smart contract is moving funds from wallets, doing looping and transfer every second, depending on the amount of money that is coming in. So it is working every second. All right. So this is the activity. Now, when you come to the contract, let's come to the contract. Let's see. Verified contract source code is verified. Is the exact match. It is ticked green. And that is what the scanners confirmed here. This scanner confirmed here that the verified source code found. This scanner also confirmed here that the source code is verified. That was the first thing. It says source code is verified. And it is here, visible. Contract source code verified. Then the name is Bitness. So all these codings is what the scanners have shortened for us. These are all the various codes that make up the smart contract. And that is why they've given it this very good score. All right. So this is the blockchain activity of this smart contracts. And everything here is visible. That's the good thing about the blockchain. The blockchain, we say, is an open ledger. It is accessible. It is transparent. Everybody can see it. Once you have the transaction hash or you have the address, put it on any block scanner that particular address or contract is running on, and you get all the information. So everything here is here. At this time, it did a transfer. At this time, it did a loop, transfer, loop. Now let's go to another blockchain explorer, but this one uses artificial intelligence, so it is a bit more detailed. It's called Intel.Arkham. So Intel.Arkham, that is what we are going to use. This one can even give you a graphic illustration of whatever is going on. Okay, so with Intel.Arkham, I am going to paste the address here. The Bitness, I beg your pardon, Bitness address. I'm going to copy the smart contract address and paste it here and see what this one is also going to tell us about it. Okay. I'm trying to paste the address here. Please, just a minute. Bear with me. Good. All right. So as soon as I pasted the address here, you see that the name has come. And the name is up there, Bitness. So let me paste the address. Good. So you see the name has come, Bitness. Now, when you come down here, look at, you will see the activity that is going on here, Bitness. It is moving funds from Bitness to Pancake. Then it moves, the Bitness you are seeing there is a smart contract, the core logic. So moving, and remember I told you that the funds here are moved into Pancake Swap votes. And everything is here. You cannot fake it. Everything is here. This is a blockchain explorer, Intel.Arkham. Now look at the activity that it is doing, the transfer loop. You see, it has written it here, borrows and loans, borrows and loans. This one is not for Bitness. This is it's a completely a different company on its own. But it's telling you the main activity that is going on here, borrows and loans. Okay, so look at the money that is moving from Pancake, Bitness to Pancake. Now they have a visualizer if you want to see a graphic display of whatever is going on here. So let's click on the visualize. This is visualize. This is the visualize. I'm going to click on it, and it will give us a graphic display of what is happening. It's a bit touch sensitive, so let's pardon me. So you see the purple ring. Okay. Now you see the purple ring. This is the Bitness smart contract. The green lines you are seeing are all addresses or wallets. This is the smart contract is interacting with all these wallets at this particular time. It's interacting with all of them and moving funds from this wallet to the Pancake Swap pool. So you see, this is it interacting with all these wallets. And then the green lines you see means inflows. When you see red lines, it means outflows. So it is picking monies from all these, and now it is not keeping the money. Once it picks the monies from these wallets, it brings the money. See, the red line means outflow. It brings the money straight to Pancake Swap. If you know Pancake Swap, this is their icon or their logo. So it is moving funds from all these wallets per this second. If you click on every one of them, it will tell you the activity of the wallet. You see, these are the wallets. It's going to give me a breakdown of that particular wallet. You see, this is the moving Bitness. So this is the wallet. Every one of them is displayed. There is nothing that you can hide here. If I pick any wallet, let me pick this wallet, I click on it, it will give me the interaction of this wallet with the smart contract and all that. Every one of them. So the good thing is that everything this smart contract is doing is visible and it can be seen. Now, we have seen that it moves the money from the wallet to the PancakeSwap pool. And from the PancakeSwap pool, it is also giving it out to those who are borrowing funds for the lending and the borrowing. So you see the activities that is going on here has been stated here, borrows and loans. So nothing here is hidden. You cannot fake anything on the blockchain. So this is the smart contract and this is what it is doing. Because of time, it's already 21 minutes past the hour. Doc, I think I can maybe pause here based on the smart contract research. If you have any other thing you would want me to talk about, then I can talk about.
Yes.
So I've shown you the borrowing, and because you promised today you will not keep your audience waiting. Me, if you leave me, I can talk for hours. So I want to be guided. So I've come back to you. Maybe there's something I left out. You can ask me to share. So people, this is some of the comprehensive research we did on the smart contract. You see, we use different scanners, B.FI, Solidity, and we use even CETIC, which is the mother of all. We use Arkham Explorer, Intel.Arkham to see the activity going on with the smart contract and the PancakeSwap pool. And then we also check the BSC scan to see what the smart contract is actually doing. Transfer loop. It does not hold anybody's funds. You can see it just picks money and takes it to the PancakeSwap pool. And from the pool, it goes out as loans to those who are borrowing, doing the looping. And I told you that before you can borrow, you must have BTC or Ethereum as collateral. Just as you can't walk to your bank and say you want to borrow money and they will gladly give you the money to come and use. No, you have to put in a collateral, maybe your house documents, your car documents, something that is worth more than the money you are borrowing. And that's what I use the reference. I gave you that the BTC you are putting in or you are pledging should be more than the amount of money you are borrowing. If I want to borrow $100,000, you saw it. If I want to borrow it for 1 day, the amount of BTC I must pledge. 2 days, the amount 7 days. So the BTC you have must be more than the amount you are borrowing. And the borrowers, the minimum they pick is $100,000. It's 100,000. So it's not for, excuse me to use the word, it's not for some of us. it's for the big boys, those who are doing high frequency trading, institutional traders who are doing big time looping and so on. So they have huge BTC in their reserve. And somebody asked a question that why are they not selling their BTC and rather using it as collateral? And it is explained here. If you go to looping, I was trying to explain what looping is. If you go to looping, the idea of looping is you don't sell your collateral. Okay, so it said those. Okay, so it says those who wish to borrow money. He's talking about looping. He said those who wish to borrow money may select one of these processes and provide collateral as supplier to be able to borrow. The fact that these loans are over collateralized is a crucial component. In other words, borrowers put up as collateral a larger sum of cryptocurrency than they borrow, just to maintain caution against unforeseen theft. What you are permitted to borrow has a limit. It depends on the entire amount of the funds that are readily available. So that's why Bitness, the monies that we bring is put in the pool. And the bigger the money, the more the borrowers can borrow. And they are doing big time trading. Looping is an advanced form of trading, and it is very, very, very profitable for those who understand it and know how to. Of course, like every business, it has risk and all that. But those who know what to do, they are doing it and they are making money. So this is what Bitness is doing. The funds that we bring in is put into a pool and giving it out as loans to those who are borrowing funds from Bitness and doing trading and big investment with it. But they have a collateral to back or to save the funds. That is why over 1 year, 2 months, no loan has gone bad. The smart contract has been paying consistently and regularly without fail. The good thing about Bitness is that there is no human intervention here. The smart contract is completely renounced. There is no human being controlling anything here. It is the smart contract. And like the mentor said earlier, smart contracts work with codes. They are self-executing contracts. If you do this, then you get that. So immediately the time is up for you to get your money. You don't click any button. You don't click any withdrawal. You don't chat support. You don't chat admin. Automatically, the smart contract is interacting with your wallet. It knows the address that the money came from. It knows the money came at this time and the time is up. So automatically it has to return. I have been in business for the past 4 months, and every time that my duration is up, my money returns to my wallet automatically. I showed you an example here. If you look at this one, it is counting down to 000. Once it gets to 00, you see it is counting down. 54 seconds, 53.
Leader Dan, you're not showing your screen at this point. So.
Oh, sorry. I beg you. Let me go back. Sorry. Let me share the screen. Sorry. I forgot I turned it off. Okay. Good. So you can see it now. So now look at this account. You see that the timer is coming down. 32, 30, 30. Immediately it gets to 000. I don't need to click any button. The smart contract that interacted with this wallet address, it knows my address. It is interacting with this address. So immediately the timer is 00. It knows that my duration has ended. The lending I did or the fixed deposit I did with my $1,300 for 28 days is up. I am entitled to receive $1,612. It will return it automatically without fail. And this is what has been going on for the past 1 year, 2 months. Nobody has ever complained. This is the only project I have done in this online space that I have built a community, a team, and I've not had a single call from anybody. And I have a large team, the mentor will tell you, from anybody that, sir, I have placed withdrawal since morning. It is 2 hours. My money hasn't come. Go and chat support. Let me go and talk to this leader. No. Because it is not a human being processing your withdrawal. It is a smart contract. And this smart contract is running on codes. And it is not just one of those smart contracts we have seen in the past. This is a smart contract whose audit has been certified and stamped by the top class audit firms in this blockchain Web3 space. And I've shown you some of the big ones we have used. All right. And they are all saying positive, giving it a low risk. So these projects, nothing is 100% risk-free. I always say the only surety in life is God and His word. Everything is transient, but at least we do some small research, do some checks and all that in order to be certain about certain things. And from what we have gathered so far on this project, we can only say that it's one of the best so far in the industry. I have been in it for 4 months. Not once have I had to complain that my funds have not returned, or my referral commission, or any of the people I have recruited into this space. And by the grace of God, I've recruited quite a lot of people, and nobody has called me once about his funds. I sleep with my eyes closed because I will not get a call that, sir, what is happening? Maintenance, upgrade. The last time they were doing a maintenance on their website, and everything was running because it is the smart contract. This website is only a terminal to show you when your time is up and all. The smart contract doesn't need this website. He doesn't need this website. It knows when. It is running on the blockchain, not on the website. So I have friends. I had a friend. He did 7 days. He put his phone off and he traveled for 10 days. He came back. His money was in his wallet and he was surprised. He said, my money is in. I said, yes. There are times that you may even forget when your time is up. Before you realize your money has been credited to your wallet, pump. And there's flexibility and you choose the duration you want. If you think 28 days is too long for you, no problem. Do 1 day. You can do 7 days. You can do 14 days or do 28 days. And there is no auto compounding here or rollover. When the 20 days is up, your money returns to your wallet with the profits. It is up to you to continue or to stop. You are not forced. There's so much flexibility here. Unlike some other projects which will lock your funds for 6 months, 1 year, and be giving you daily profits. No, business is not like that. It is 28 days that you chose. When 28 days is up, this is your capital, this is your profit. Do you want to continue? Then you plow it back If you don't want to continue, over to you. Otilo, you can go away with your money. After all, it is your money. So this project that's why we call it a community project. Some of us, we call it the people's project because it is tailor-made for us. There is no CEO, no admin here who you have to contact. My funds haven't come. And your fund is not in anybody's wallet. When you saw the Arkham Explorer, you can see that the smart contract is moving money to Pancake Swap Pool. Pancake Swap Pool is where all the funds are kept. And Pancake Swap Pool, V3 Pool, is owned by Pancake. It's not owned by Bitness. So Bitness cannot pull funds from that pool like that. It's even a smart contract. The smart contract is what is pulling the funds. And the smart contract pulls funds when it is time to pay somebody or to disburse funds to a borrower and so on. Everything is run by the smart contract. We continue to do research on this project, and so far, what we are finding every day is positive. And so I only encourage you to also do your due diligence and do your research. But trust me, this so far, in the last 4 months I have been in this, I've never promoted a project or been in a project that I have had good sleep and good rest like I have in Bitness. No calls about withdrawal not coming, no calls about commission not coming, no headache, no issues, we're in chat support, where are they doing maintenance, all those funny noises we used to hear in the past. You don't hear them in Bitness. Everything is running automatically. When the timer is 000, my money and the profits will return to my wallet automatically. I don't need to click any button. The smart contract knows it and it will pay me when the time is up. So leaders, I want to say thank you for this opportunity. You always give me to share what I've done. I hand over the microphone to my boss to take over. Thank you, sir.
Wow. Please, can we applaud our wonderful presenter, students of blockchain and DeFi and smart contracts that we were talking about some 3, 4, 5 years ago, 1 year ago, some months ago. And it was looking like it's futuristic when we were talking about Web3 technology, and the platforms are going to come, they're going to incentivize you, they will do this and that, and you'll be able to, and now we have them. Okay? Kudos to technology. But then the choice is yours, what you do with the information you have. Remember when we started, I told us, this is not to coerce you, this is not to sweet talk you into doing what you know you don't want to do. Okay, I don't do that on my platforms. We show you opportunity, and then we do our due diligence, do unbiased research, and then leave you to take your decision. There are people who will always be negative, is allowed. There are people who will always express fear, is allowed. There are those who are risk takers who express optimism at the first sight and they jump in, is allowed. So wherever you find yourself or whichever class you belong, take your time, do your thing. But from what I can see from where I stand, and then I know I have witnesses on this Zoom call tonight, based on the previous experiences and encounters we've had with platforms in the past, you know that we are no longer where we used to be. Technology is improving, it's getting better. So the earlier you realize this and hop in, the better for you.